See, this character Ruby, this was the one that would have barged in on us if we would have kept making the same mistake at that who we're supposed to kidnap dialogue choice. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was blank. Okay, a couple things we want to mess around with right now. I want to go ahead and equip the new Mage Masher. You can see it increases our attack. Green increases, red decreases. It also gives us a second ability that we can start working our way towards. And if you press select, certain things you'll be able to get some helpful tidbits of information, like the Mage Master here. Depending on if you have the right skill, you can silence enemies. Afflict certain things on enemies. For instance, the Silk Shirt, which we're not going to equip just yet. Actually, we probably can. Gives us an elemental defense against thunder by 50%. So that's good to have. Because you know what? No, we're going to keep that there for now. You can also, when you have enough stuff and you're not quite sure what's going to work for everybody, you can optimize, and it will auto pick what you've had, what your inventory has, and kind of pick the best things for your characters from there. That goes hand in hand with our abilities. Like Zidane has the ability to flee from battle, as well as see what enemies are holding, which is what's going to be useful if you want to do the whole stealing from enemies, bosses at the very least. And your little abilities that you can select. Each ability has a certain cost, and that will take away from your total little crystal thing there, and you can only equip as much as you have points to spend. And all of these skills are, of course, temporary until we have acquired the appropriate AP, like 35 for the skill and 40 for the flee and detect. Once those have been, learned, they're permanent on a character. You can switch out the equipment. And if I'm not mistaken, when you like say you get halfway towards learning a skill, as long as you don't get rid of that equipment, you can unequip and then re-equip it, and I believe you should still be at that 50%, wherever you left off for the AP towards learning that skill. Now the reason we're doing this is, as you can see, when we turn it one way to the other, it shook things loose, and we're able to acquire 2 more treasure chests that way. We have a Phoenix Pinion, which is a little bit stronger, I think, than a Phoenix Down, and it'll play into the potential to, I think the more we have in our inventory, the better our chances of the Phoenix being summoned and saving our party if we get a game over. Okay, now we're going to fight Steiner for one of several battles against him in this first opening act. Okay, so he had a silk shirt, and if we look at our detect ability, we should also see what else he has. The silk shirt is the one we wanted to acquire, because that's the rarer of the items, but a leather hat, if we can steal that, that would be great as well. And there we go. Now what's cool is that when you equip new weapons, just the weapons, your character's models will reflect the weapon change. So every weapon has a specific look, and that's just awesome. Steiner's reaction is so perfect. Priceless. Okay, so now we had to take on Steiner for a second time, only this time he is backed up by Hagen and Weimar, the Knights of Pluto. Nothing to steal, just kick their butts. What's interesting though, you can press the shoulder buttons, R1 or L1, and you can create multi-targeted spells, whether it be healing or fire. And you can also reverse. You can always cast healing spells, I believe, on your opponents if you really wanted to. Or you can cast magic against your own party, which if you have like reflect spells and such, it's quite effective. Insert obligatory Monty Python joke here. Okay, so this battle's pretty much just like the last. We want to attack or just wait the turn out because the bomb will continue to grow for 3 turns. It is untargetable, so we can't try defeating it. And once it reaches, maximum, once it increases to its maximum size, it'll then explode. Another thing I guess we can learn about is if you hold left or right on the D-pad, you can either left to change your row, so forward or back row, or you can use right to defend and kind of just wait out your turn there. Well, that can't be good. Okay, so now we learned, this is another thing that Final Fantasy IX does interesting, is these active time events, these ATE events. You can basically see other events that are happening with other characters in other locations, and that really does a good job of fleshing out the story a little bit. Most of the time, we can ignore them. Sometimes they're unavoidable. So some of these are actually missable, and I'm pretty sure that there are some times where you can only pick one. So you're going to have to pick, I believe if I remember correctly, there will be times throughout the game where you have to pick one over the other to see on that particular playthrough. I don't think that you're always going to have the option of seeing every single one that shows up. That's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm GreKaosAngel. If you like the content and want to see more, click the video on the right to see the next episode, or click the video on the left to see the ones you've missed.